Let's start this new chapter, which is work and energy. Fine. So you will come to know about what is work and what do you mean by energy. For example, let's say you're running. So when you're running or when you're walking, are you doing some work?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. After, let's say you run for 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, what will happen? You will get tired, isn't it? Because you have been running. So, and what tells the other person that you are doing so much of work? He sees that you're sweating badly. When you sweat, you get tired. So, which means you have done some work in the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Fine. So, you get tired because of doing that work, because of running, because of jumping, because of walking. And then when you get tired, what do you need? If you want to, suppose you're not able to run after that, so what do you need? You will need more amount of energy within you. So what do? You take rest, you sleep for some time, you have good food, and then you regain your energy. And then again you start running or start jogging or working out, isn't it? So that is the entire cycle. When you work, you lose energy. And when you lose energy, you're not able to work. So again, you need to gain energy. How do you gain energy? As I told you, you can take rest, you can sleep, you can eat, you can drink something, some water or some energy drink, and then gain some energy and then again start to work. Okay? So this is the entire work and energy cycle. Fine? What is work? How do you say that when I'm speaking to you, I'm working? Or when you're running, you're working. Suppose you're sleeping. Are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're sleeping, you're working. Okay, if you're studying, are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how many of...
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, in language of science, if we study, we are not working because in the language of science, when we place something from one place to another, that is work.
Exactly. So what Sameer says is absolutely correct, which I'm going to now discuss with you, and I'll tell you what exactly is work. So let's say, what is work and when do we say that a work is done? So suppose you see here, there's a dog, okay? Dog is jumping. So is the dog doing some work? Yes, he's doing a lot of work because he's jumping. So once you start jumping, after some time the dog will get tired. And plus the dog is jumping from one position, one place to another place. So the dog eventually will get tired. That means he has done some work. Let's say here, you see these people walking. Okay, they're taking an evening walk or a morning walk. Okay, so are they working? Yes. Because, why are they working? Because suppose if they continue to walk, they will get tired after some time. Plus, what is happening? They are moving from one position to another position. Suppose this girl is studying. She's sitting at a place. Okay, and she's studying. She's not moving from one place to another place. In the normal language, when we say that if we've studied for 10 hours, we have studied for 12 hours, we will say that, oh, I'm so tired. And you will get tired when you study, isn't it? So when you study, you get tired. So you need some energy drink, you need some amount of sleep, you need some rest because you have been studying for 10 hours. So in normal language, we say that we have done work. But if there is no change in the position, that means there is no work done. So here, the dog was changing its position. Initially the dog was on the ground, then he is jumping and he is moving to a new position, which means yes, dog is using his force and changing his positions, which means he has done some work. What about these people who are walking? Yes, when you walk, you use some kind of force. So these people are using their force in order to move, in order to change their position from one place to another place. So they are also doing work. What about this girl who is sitting here and working? Okay, she's studying and now she's tired of studying for last 10 hours. But there is no change in the position, so she's not doing any work. Look at this plant. What is this kind of process? What is this process? Photosynthesis. Yes, the plants are actually utilizing sunlight and they are taking carbon dioxide and they are preparing their own food. So in normal language, plants or leaves are preparing their food, which means they are doing some work in normal language. But when physics talks or when science talks about work or no work, then there is no work done because the plant is not moving anywhere. The leaf is not moving anywhere. It is standing in its own position. So that means whether plants are using some force or no force, but they're not moving from one place to another place. So there is no work done. This child is simply sitting. He is not moving from one place to another place, which means again he is not doing any work.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If there is any change in the position, which means that there is some work done. If there is no change in the position, there is no work done. Another one is there has to be some force applied. In all these examples, I've told you that these people are applying force. This dog is applying force. Okay, that means there is some force being applied. So there are two things which are very important. First is that there has to be some force applied. Secondly, the object has to move from one place to another place. If these two conditions are satisfied, we say that work is done. Work done is equal to force multiplied by displacement, because an object has to get displaced from one place to another place. This is very, very important. I told you, if the force is 0, work done will be 0. Look at the other case. Suppose you apply some force. Let's say you have applied 10 newtons of force. Even if you apply 10 newtons of force, but there is no displacement, the object is not moving. For example, let's say a huge truck. There's a truck standing and you apply force. Will the truck move? Tell me. No, it will not move. So you are applying force. Let's say you apply 10 newtons of force here, but the truck is not moving. So have you done some work? No, because there is no displacement. Okay, suppose, have you seen on the railway station the coolies? Okay, they take your luggage and they shift your luggage from one place to another place. Suppose coolie takes your luggage, puts it on the head and keeps standing for 1 hour. Has he done some work? No, because he has put the load on his head and now he's standing for 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours, whatever. He will get tired, but there is no work done. Physics says that he has not worked. So now the important point is, look at this. Suppose if this is the box, okay, the red color is the box here. Are you all able to see this red color box? So this is the red color box and you are pushing this box. How much of force are you applying? F newtons. F is some figure, let's say 10 newtons, 20 newtons, 30 newtons, 40 newtons, whatever newtons, okay? So you are applying F force, F newtons of force. If you apply, the box moves. So now this is the final position. That means the box has moved some distance. Let's say that distance is S meters, S. So the formula for work done is F multiplied by S. So you got to write this formula and you should know how to define work. Work, look, I've written the definition of work here. Work is said to be done when a force acts on an object and the object is displaced in the direction of the force. You have applied some force to the object like this. And in which direction is the force applied? Towards the right. When you are all seeing the screen, the force is applied towards the right. This box also moves towards right. See? Do you see this? Both the force and the object is moving in the same direction, isn't it? So that means there is some work done. What is the work done? You have to multiply force and the distance or the displacement. Okay. What is the unit of work? Joules. Very important. The unit of work is joules. Is it clear? Everyone has understood what is force? So you can actually define force in your own words. What is 1 joule of work? You're supposed to substitute. See, this is work. So substitute 1 here, 1 joule. 1 here. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton. See, this is force. So force को भी 1 Newton substitute करो. 1 Newton multiply by 1 meter. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to substitute 1, 1, 1 everywhere. So look at this. What will be the definition? The definition will be, what is 1 joule of work? 1 joule is the amount of work done when a force of 1 Newton is applied and the object is displaced by 1 meter. See this example. If a force of 5 Newton acts on an object and the object is displaced through 2 meter, so what should be the work done? How will you calculate work done?
Force into displacement.
Yeah, force into displacement, which will give you 10 Newton meter. See what I have written here. This is Newton, this is meter. So it will become Newton meter. Or you can write joules. Work, let's also discuss these points. The work done by a force may be positive or negative. So in physics, there is a positive work and there is a negative work also. What is a positive work? Suppose if I move this object, if I push this box, and in which direction am I pushing? I am pushing the box towards the right when you are seeing the screen. And if the object also moved towards right, means both are in the same direction. Force is also applied towards right and the object is also moving towards right. So such kind of work is known as positive work. Now, what is negative work? Look at this. The work done by a force is negative if the force and the displacement are in the opposite directions, which means, suppose if this is the box, I'm applying the force towards right, but the object is moving in the opposite direction. So where is the direction of the motion? The direction of the motion is towards left. Means I'm applying force in the right direction, but the object moves in the opposite direction. If this is the case, if they are in the opposite direction, that means the work done is negative. When is the work done 0? So this is easy for you. You already know when is the work done 0. If the force is 0, that means there is no displacement. The work done by a force is 0 if there is no displacement. Suppose you are applying force on this box, but the box is not moving only. Then also the work done is 0. Look at the last one. The work done by a force is 0 if the force is perpendicular to the displacement. Suppose if I apply the force towards right, but the object is not moving towards right. The object is not even moving towards left, but the object is going in the perpendicular direction. That means the work done will be 0. So when is work done 0? If the force is 0, the work done is 0. If the displacement is 0, then also the work done is 0. The third is, even if I'm applying a force in a certain direction, but the object is moving in the perpendicular direction, then also the work done is going to be 0. Right, I'm trying to push the box, but the box is actually moving in the perpendicular direction. The box has moved in the perpendicular direction, then also the work done will be 0. These are the examples of 0 work done. When is the work done 0? Suppose I told you, suppose there is a coolie. He takes a load on his head and he is just standing at one place. Then the work done will be 0. Okay? Earth, you know, is actually going around the sun. So this is the sun in the center. The sun is trying to pull the earth towards itself. What is the type of the force called?
Centripetal force?
Yes, exactly. Very good, very good. Centripetal force. The force is in this direction towards left. But where is the earth moving? The earth, if you consider the small section, only this section. So every time the earth is trying to move in the perpendicular direction. So the earth goes like this. Then when the earth comes in this position, the centripetal force will be like this towards the center, but the earth will be moving like this in the tangential direction, perpendicular direction. When the earth is here, the centripetal force will be down like this towards the sun, but the earth will still be moving like this, like towards the left when you see the screen. So that's how the earth is always taking a sort of a elliptical path around the sun.